Hi, for those that don't know me, my name is Nikki. This topic has been on my mind for a while now, and I really feel compelled to share my story. Um, if this is going to be a topic about how I got back into my faith. So if it is not your cup of tea, you are free to press the stop button and exit. Otherwise, if you want to listen in, you're more than welcome to, and I will begin with my story. So, a little background. I basically grew up in a Christian household. I always believed in God. Uh, I always thought that there was different paths to Him. But basically, every day, like I basically went to church every week, and we would start our days with reading a devotion and also having a prayer. So that was basically fundamental to my upbringing. Um, I never read the Bible in depth. I basically the only parts of the Bible that I read during my time, basically from in between when I was born up to 2004, I would read parts in the Bible, but it basically was only what we had in church. And so I never read it from cover to cover. And basically in 2004, in between 2004 and 2007, I was no longer going to church. Um, I actually got involved on some websites, and one of the guys on one of the website told me that he thought that I might be an indigo. And according to New Age teachings, an indigo is a type of person. But really, later on, learning more in depth about New Age, which I will get in further into this, it's basically it's not a real person. So in 2007, I had a mental health crisis. And in this mental health crisis, it got me to seek and connect with God once again because I had fallen out. During my time with my health crisis, I grew up in the Seventh-day Adventist church, and we have our own bookstore. And so we made a drive to the bookstore for me to get some books to reconnect with God. It never occurred to me back then to actually just, start reading my Bible. I started getting back into prayer and praying. Basically, my whole life, I've prayed on and off. It has never been steady, like I pray every day, but I have prayed here, like, I guess, in my way of seeing when it was convenient for me or when I felt like I needed to pray, not as a daily thing to connect to God. So I went to the bookstore and we got some books. I basically read the books, and they helped me for a bit. It also got me. I went back to church, and that was for a short while I was healing, because I really felt like I needed to connect with God again. But that was very short-lived, and then I fell out of that again. And basically in during my health crisis, I also got the message that I needed to go vegan. Um, like it was very loud. It's funny, my mental health crisis caused so much disturbance, but at the same time I got so much clarity of things that I needed to do. So I didn't go vegan necessarily when I got the message that I should go vegan. It wasn't till about 2013 that I actually went vegan. But in about 2012, in between 2012 and 2014, I started getting involved again with New Age teachings. I started pursuing that more and learning things that New Age teachings teaches, such as reincarnation, chakras, talking with angels, uh, tarot, tarot, tarot cards, and you name it. One of the New Age teachers at the time that I followed mostly, she was into talking with angels, and she had angel cards that I did purchase. I didn't use them very much, but I did use them a few times. I basically learned learned about that, and I thought that it was a real thing, and I thought that there was many paths to God, but it's only later on in my life, which I'll get into, that I actually learned that it's not. Um, so I in between 2016 and 2017, um, I I bear witness. I do these things called vigils, and we bear witness to animals prior to being slaughtered. So we actually go to slaughterhouses and we bear witness to pigs, chickens, cows, sheep, before they are slaughtered. And at this vigil, there was this guy, and he was wearing a Jesus T-shirt, and basically he was trying to proclaim and get people aware about Jesus, and stop basically trying to share Jesus and basically do that. And I just felt like all this time in between 2004 and 2017, like God has always been calling me, even though there was other things that caught my attention and that I seeked. I do feel like God's always been calling me. And so in 2017, I had another mental health crisis, which just got me to reconnect with my faith, and I got into Bible verses and things like Jeremiah 29:11 and 2 Timothy 1:7. Those were my verses. I actually wrote them out. I put it on my fridge. I had it by my bed. I had it by my computer. I basically was reading and reflecting on those two verses over and over and over and again, and it just helped me through my crisis. I also got involved, like seeking professional help, because I've always had anxiety. I've always had depression. It's kind of runs in the family, and I had stopped taking medication, which is something I do not recommend. If you're on medication, please, please do not stop it without supervision. It maybe you'll be fine while you do it, but years later it can wreck on your havoc on you, because it did do it for me. So I basically, in 2017, this new age teacher that I was following, she had some connection that that what she was doing and teaching was wrong, and she basically became a Christian. She was baptized, and since then she has denounced all her teachings. So I do still follow her on Facebook, and if you want to look at her and her YouTube channel, for example, focuses a lot on New Age and things that are wrong with New Age, and things like cannot be blended. For example, things like yoga, you really can't blend it with Christianity. It's just like total opposite, because some of the yoga poses are actually worshiping other like pagan deities. So, but anyhow, if you want to look her up, her name is Doreen Virtue, and she has some content on her YouTube channel that could be beneficial. So basically, in 2018, actually the end of 2017, after my health crisis and after getting better, I got the revelation that I really needed to do it, to just read my Bible from cover to cover. And in 2018, I did that. There was so much in the Bible that I didn't know. I basically did not listen to my father, and he basically has told me things like witchcraft is an abomination to God, and I always thought that was his opinion. I didn't think that it was an actual fact. It wasn't until I actually read it on the page that I realized that what I was doing is, it's not worshiping God. It's not helping. It's not serving God. It was serving the enemy. So and now basically I start my mornings and my days reading the Bible and reading a devotion, and I'm hoping to continue to dive in and to read more about what He wants for us. And so that basically is my story. That and a little sum. The whole reason why I felt compelled to share this, I'm not trying to convert anyone. Please note, it's not up to me to convert. It's, as a believer and follower of Christ, I believe that it is His Holy Spirit's work to, if He is to change anyone, that He be changed. But I really felt compelled to share my story because time is of essence. More and more people are awakening. New Age to Christianity is a thing. There are so many people that are converting from New Age teachings to Christianity, and it's real. Like, Jesus is real, and He's coming back. And I really, really felt compelled to share my story. And if you want to read more, you can read more at my link, which I will post in the comments to this video. But I wanted to share it because I think it's important to share it, because not only is God calling me, I feel to not only is He calling me back, but I feel like He's calling me to share my story. And I don't know where this will go, but I thought it was important to share it. Thank you so much for watching this, and I hope you guys have a lovely day.